Hi, Nellie in Tennessee.
Yes. Where is the father of the boys?
That we don't know, as in so many of our cases, Nellie. And also, Nellie, that's a very astute question, because very typically when a child goes missing or is abused or harmed in some way, the first person you'll look at is the father, the boyfriend, the live-in, the male in the situation. Why is that, Mark Class?
Well, it's the non-custodial parent in the vast majority of the cases. Something like 280,000 parental abductions in the United States every year. They're not all fathers, but the majority of them are.
Weigh in. Steve Cardian joining us out of New York. What do you think?
Well, Nancy, what they're doing here is law enforcement is going to do an extensive search. They've entered them into NCIC, the National Crime Information Center, and they're going to be checking everything and anything. They had to stop short of doing an Amber Alert.
Cardian, you see this phone right here? Mm-hmm. I've been calling that tip line in every commercial break 10 or 12 times. It's busy. Every time. If I had a tip, I couldn't get through to them. What's with that?
Well, if there are that many tips coming into that tip line, that's a good thing, Nancy. Hopefully,
I don't know if it's tips. It may be people asking questions, because that's what I wanted to do.
There's a lot of questions that are going unanswered.
But come on, please, at least give me more than one dedicated phone line, for Pete's sake.
Well, it's a small police agency. They brought in the FBI on this case right now, Nancy, and that's going to enhance it. They're a federal agency. They have offices all across the country, and they have a lot of things at their fingertips that they can do that local law enforcement can't.
You know what, Cardian? You're right. Steve Cardian joining us out of New York, because Mark Class, so many times you see the local police, they don't want the feds to come in and Bigfoot them and hamper their investigation. And in small jurisdictions, and I'm from one, they don't have as much experience in, for instance, missing children, homicides, that a lot of jurisdictions do. And these people have wisely called in the feds.
Well, as soon as they say that they've crossed state lines, that gives an excuse for the feds to come in. That's what federal jurisdiction then becomes. There's very little training in the field on missing children in the United States. Very few agencies have had. It's always good to bring in the big boys, the state agencies and the federal agencies.
Out to the lines, Debbie, Wyoming. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, dear. What's your question?
Well, I had kind of a question and a comment.
Okay.
I did daycare for 20 years.
Yes.
In my own home. And it was a necessity here in Wyoming to have a background check. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand how people like this can get away with stuff that they do.
Well, because how many kids did you have? How many children in your home?
Different times, anywhere from 7 to 10.
Right. So if you're becoming a quasi-daycare provider, you got to be licensed in every state, to my understanding, in the country. But to hire the babysitter, they don't have to be licensed. It's my understanding. What about it, Sue Moss?
Absolutely. It varies from state to state, but it is always a good idea whenever you're going to bring somebody into your home to care for your children, do the background check. It doesn't take that much. It's not that expensive.
We are switching gears. I want to tell you